Hello everyone, and now welcome to a game, Lin versus Tho. This game taking place here on Turtle Rock. Tho spawning as the yellow human player at the top side of the map, 12 o'clock position. Meanwhile, Lin spawning as the blue orc over here on the bottom right. Human versus orc on Turtle Rock. I do think things favor orc just a little bit here based on, well, experiences in the past. And oh, did I lose my overlay? Yes and no. All right. Anyways, let's go ahead and focus. Yes, strange things happening in the world of WarCraft 3 lately. But for all of you guys out there who are aware, WarCraft 3 did celebrate its, 20th anniversary for Frozen Throne, I believe, recently. So yep, 20 years later, we are still, playing a wonderful game. Very stylized art if you play with the Reforged graphics, and it looks like it's going to be a Farseer. All right, so we have Farseer coming out on Turtle Rock. I was expecting a Blade Master. No, not going to try and, play it up. I was totally expecting a Blade Master based on the Gloves of Haste. And, I guess with the Circlet of Nobilities being removed from the drop table, this map is no longer as Blade Master friendly. So another thing to consider in your hero choices, as we are going for a solo grunt first, followed up with those headhunters. Meanwhile, Archmage will be joining in on the battlefield here. Militia already being called out to perhaps clear out this 4-1-1 creep camp. Archmage should be able to make its way over, grab that item, and then move off to this north side and clear out that Ogre Warrior creep camp, getting up to level 2. Farseer, will it be going for harassment or will it be going for creeping? That is the question now, as the Farseer quickly summons up some Spirit Wolves, and now, it looks like it will be going after this giant sea turtle. Farseer purposely backing away for a little bit, trying to lose a bit of that aggro, and now finishing off this giant sea turtle here. Meanwhile, Archmage picks up a Cloak of Shadows on one location, and now making his way to the other giant sea turtle instead. These easier creep camps to clear, and then perhaps going to go to the Ogre Warrior a bit later. Both sides have not scouted each other out just quite yet. They don't know where the other person is. Mantle of Intelligence is a beautiful drop for that Archmage, as it will give more mana and also will allow that Archmage to attack just a bit harder. All right, where is that Water Elemental going to go? Water Elemental is not going anywhere. Going to be sticking around in this fight as this Forest Troll Warlord creep camp going to get cleared out. All right, trying to split a little bit of that aggro, making sure that the Water Elemental is able to tank these Ogre Warriors. Forest Troll Warlord going to be taking a lot of damage from the Footman and the Militia. A Belt of Giant Strength that dropped down. Not necessarily the item that the Archmage wanted, but still going to be helpful overall. I think, Robe of the Magi, getting an additional plus 6 intelligence would have been the best item overall here, as the Archmage tries to get to level 3, unable to do so. A beautiful steal there, as the Archmage now just shy of level 3, 19 experience shy. All right, more damage getting racked up. Are we going to see some more Spirit Wolves? Level 3 now onto the Archmage. Archmage can drop level 2 Water Elementals. That is going to be huge, but Peasant after Peasant falling is an additional cost here, as the Farseer tries to make his opponent pay for this very, very expensive expansion. All right, we're going to see Cloak of Shadows. Yes, Cloak of Shadows used effectively by Lin here, as the Grunt also getting shut down into the corner. Who is coming out a little bit ahead, as the Headhunters now starting to poke apart that Scout Tower before it was done being upgraded. All right, behind this, Tho is still sitting at Tier 1. Lin may actually be at Tier 2. Scroll of Town Portal used in time, as the tech to Tier 2 is nearly completed, but this Voodoo Lounge was started a bit late, and it will take a little bit of time before the Farseer is able to venture forth comfortably from his home. All right, Archmage here still, trying to rack up a little bit of damage across the board. Arcane Vault, Scout Tower still being placed down here. Water Elemental at that level 2 variety, able to absorb quite a bit of damage as he picks up a Ring of Protection +4. Voodoo Lounge should now be done. Healing Salve, selling that Cloak of Shadows, which saved him earlier, and now using up a Clarity Potion as well. Archmage sitting here, healing up nicely, Scroll of Regeneration. And now Tho setting up this Expo. Is it going to be enough? Footmen, do they have defend? I don't believe so. The door's just recently closed, so maybe they do. As the, Headhunters now try and retreat back once more. All right, little bit of damage going back and forth again. Headhunters now trying to retreat back. As the Water Elemental, gonna get picked apart here. Lin has a small window of opportunity, perhaps gonna be bringing in, yes, the Goblin Alchemist, a Tavern hero, to use that tier 2 advantage. Having up a second hero does make a very big deal, as getting in a little bit of Healing Spray to perhaps, keep all of these units alive. Yes, Healing Spray, the Headhunter's able to stay in place and able to, throw those javelins to rack up a bit more damage. All right. Feedback damage from that Arcane Tower onto that summoned unit there, as the Footmen are going to try and perhaps make their way forward. Healing Spray, still plenty of mana on that Alchemist, as the Arcane Tower quickly diverts its attention to those heroes. All right, we're going to see a Water Elemental get taken down. Yes, we are. Farseer now shy of level 3. Alchemist, no, still a quarter of the way, as we now see the Footmen with Defend able to reflect back those attacks. A beautiful micro move by Tho, throwing up Defend as the javelins are coming towards him, and then removing this for maximum speed. Alchemist still trying to retreat back here. A little bit of damage getting poked around. Headhunter purposely attacking the Archmage to try and remove that heal, as the Alchemist, is still hoping to get in some more healing sprays eventually. So far, Archmage sitting at level 3. Farseer sitting at level 3. Is he going to be able to finish off any of these units? Headhunter trying to retreat back. Footman with Defend, not going to be able to catch up, as the units are just running around in multiple directions. Are we going to see a little bit more damage get added onto that Water Elemental? Yes, it does. Level 3 now onto the Farseer, as we now see level 2 Spirit Wolves, significantly stronger than that level 1 variety, able to rack up damage against those Footmen. The Footmen with Defend have so far been, not worried about damage for quite some time. Now with those level 2 Dire Wolves, could run into a little bit of a problem. Tho now being forced to double around these trees here, as his pathway was blocked, and now waiting for the Archmage to buy a Scroll of Regeneration for all of these low hit point Footmen. Water Elemental now trying to retreat into the back here. Farseer trying to put in pressure, but this Expo is starting to pay for itself, as we now see some more peasants trying to repair this Arcane Tower here. Archmage still sitting in the corner back, healing up with that Clarity Potion and that Scroll of Regeneration. 41 supply compared to 41. Both sides pushing through, as Footmen are coming across to reinforce. Meanwhile, down across here, Raiders and Spirit Walker able to catch some Footmen, perhaps not quite sure why it was that far away, and we see a deny there. Lin not wanting to give his opponent any additional experience, which would have given level 4 to the Archmage and that level 2 Brilliance Aura. All right, this has been a pretty big deal overall. More healing underway. We're going to see some Spirit Link as well. Water Elemental down to 76 hit points. 1 or 2 more shot should be enough to finish it off. I'm trying to finish it. Is it going to end up getting taken down by the creeps? No, it is not. Wasn't close enough, but the Alchemist is still a bit shy from level 2. Spirit Walkers are joining in on the battle. That's ranged 17 to 22 magic damage. Could potentially be game-changing, as the Footmen will be taking bonus damage from these auto attacks. You can see right there, the Spirit Walkers. Alchemist quickly takes one down, trying to finish things off. And it's really the, 1 or 2 Spirit Walkers able to rack up more damage, taking down these Footmen, as the Archmage does get up to level 4. There goes another Footman as well. And those slow-moving Footmen who need to use Defend to help deal with those Headhunters are just sitting targets for the Spirit Walkers, but the Spirit Walkers now taking too much damage from the Water Elementals as well. Are we going to see a little bit more damage there? Level 2 on the Alchemist, we could see a bit more healing spray. Spirit Walker going to go back into that physical realm here to be able to engage with those auto attacks. Lin sitting at 44 over 51 supply, and perhaps, looking to clear out a difficult creep camp down to the south and regain his footing. However, that is going to give time for Tho to regain his footing as well. Tho sitting on a 28 supply army compared to Lin's 32. 49 supply compared to 44. We need to see Lin get that additional 5 supply in army, get that 37 supply to 28, as there is a large number of workers for Tho. All right. Units getting slowly taken down, picked off here. Alchemist does pick up a Cloak of Flames, which could be helpful against those slow-moving footmen when they still have defend. Meanwhile, Archmage sitting at level 4, now fighting alongside a Mountain King who has that Belt of Giant Strength and Ring of Protection. It feels like Tho will be able to start pulling away with his second hero now, even though his overall heroes are lower on experience. Alchemist getting up to level 3, more damage. Level 4 now on the Farseer. I'm not quite sure who's going to really be able to come out ahead here. Tome of Knowledge, Claws of Attack +8. That's going to be given to the Alchemist, and now placing down a Watcher rune as well. Are we going to see, well, this one footman get taken out here by this dire wolf? 1 or 3 or 4 more shots are needed, but that's not going to be enough as the Farseer resummons up some wolves and going to get ready to engage at this expo. All right, in comes the damage now, getting in some damage here. No pillage. We are looking at the dire, or this arcane tower quickly taken down. The wolves quickly able to, or not the wolves, the raiders quickly able to take down this guard tower with a lot of ensnares. And now the Farseer is actually in a bit of a precarious spot. Doesn't want to be directly exposed to all of these units. A couple of ensnares go down as well. Alchemist does have a Cloak of Flames. There is a Thunderclap right there. Damage, healing wave, just bouncing across. No Stormbolt onto the Alchemist, who is dealing a bit of damage as well just by standing still. Kodo Beast has a Scroll of Speed, but didn't get anything in its belly, as we're looking at more ensnares here. Lin really punishing Egg, or Samdan right now, Tho right now, as we're looking at more healing spray going across all of these frontline units. Kodo Beast able to get a water elemental in its belly just to remove it from the equation, as the Archmage now uses a Scroll of Town Portal to, teleport back to the expo. All right, more damage getting racked up here. Lin sitting on 600 gold. We're going to see a little bit of, water elemental dispel there, as both sides still fighting their way through. Farseer continuing this push here. A quick Ivory Towers being placed down. Mountain King sitting at level 2 now does sitting at level. I thought that Mountain King had leveled up quite a while ago. All right, meanwhile, Kodo Beast is going to end up getting taken down there, bringing back the Water Elemental, who should be able to get in a lot of piercing damage on these unarmored Spirit Walkers. Potion of Lesser Invulnerability on the Mountain King will end up staying alive a little while longer. 46 supply compared to 41. Lin's attack seems to be running out of steam, but takes down the Archmage in the process. Mountain King, that was a full Potion of Invulnerability, as the Farseer now going to be coming back around, perhaps going to rack up a little bit more damage. Chain Lightning is going to find that Mountain King there. Archmage, still out of the action here, as the Farseer could have used Chain Lightning to try and finish things off. He's going to be able to finish off this last Spellbreaker, just constantly getting healed, as that, Cloak of Flames is racking up more damage as well. All right. One Spirit Walker was taken down there. Arcane Tower, more damage just feeding back once more. The Priest getting in that last shot there. Another Spellbreaker falls. 35 supply compared to 23, but the army sizes are about neck and neck, and the Archmage is out of the equation right now with level 5 Farseer and a level 4 Alchemist. All right, one footman trying to take down this peon here. Raider is going to be able to engage, and now Lin with an expo of his own, waiting to rebuild slowly but surely. All right, you can see those Shadow Wolves looking to land critical strikes on those riflemen with medium armor, taking a bit of bonus damage, as we are still waiting to see. What is this? Farseer summons up a new set of wolves and now making their way out across the battlefield. 35 supply army compared to 36. 13 workers. We're trying to get more workers off over here, perhaps get some repairs underway. Archmage is still waiting to get resurrected, needing about another 15 seconds or so, as an Arcane Vault also being built back at home. Dual Arcane Sanctums here. Meanwhile, the wolves are just causing problems, forcing Tho to just constantly retrain up, as the Raiders are going to try to dive on in to the Arcane Tower. Farseer gets in a Chain Lightning and, racking up a large amount of damage and then following up with the Chain Lightning. That was absolutely beautiful strategy and plan, as the Alchemist now tried to finish off more of these units. All right, no mining happening for Tho here. Stormbolt onto a low hit point Raider. Thunderclap going to go ahead. That slow clap right there, finishing more units off again as the healing spray trying to recover up some of that damage. All right, another Stormbolt onto a low hit point Raider here. Is that Raider going to end up falling? Taurens now joining in on the battlefield. That Pulverize is going to be devastating to the Riflemen and those Spellbreakers, as this low hit point Raider should really not be any point near the battle or action. Raider could try and get an ensnare off, but should really be retreating back home, as Lin now going into low upkeep. Both sides still fighting. Farseer is going to try and poke apart a little bit more. Riflemen here as well. What is happening off? Well, a couple of Arcane Sentry now researched, so those Dire or those Shadow Wolves will be spotted even when they're not attacking. 58 supply compared to 55. Archmage looking to perhaps buy a Scroll of Town Portal, buy something to get away here. Water Elemental in position to disrupt a bit of mining, but those Water Elementals may be actually needed in this upcoming battle, as both sides getting ready to engage. All right, 55 supply compared to 60. Army size is 41 compared to 48, as we're going to be looking at, well, Healing Spray for the Alchemist, however, missing a couple of these Spirit Walkers and other units that are needed. All right, there goes another. Well, no, Shadow Wolf going to be able to stay alive here, as both sides fighting their way through. All right, repairs may be necessary for that Great Hall, already down to 600 hit points and falling fast. In comes some repairs, but the Riflemen should be able to shoot down those working peasants. Just the working class not getting any luck. Coming back around, we're looking at the Alchemists continuing to fight their way through. There goes another Raider. Riflemen continuing to fighting their way back, as a Thunderclap slowing down that entire front line. Kodo Beast in the back with a bit of range, but wants to chomp on something. Chain Lightning bouncing across multiple units, but a Scroll of Healing quickly counteracting much of that damage again, as another big Thunderclap being used. Mountain King still has plenty of mana and hit points. Should be able to get off a Stormbolt, level 2 Stormbolt, or wait a little bit longer as the Alchemist tries to fall back here. Lin being forced to retreat with a 90 hit point Alchemist, and now perhaps pick up some more units. All right, he's going to come back across here, and now is he going to end up taking any damage? Kodo Beast coming back. Are we going to see a Stormbolt? Potion of Lesser Invulnerability used in time. Alchemist was down to 30 hit points. There goes a Scroll of Healing trying to finish off that Mountain King. Mountain King down to 46 hit points, as the Alchemist still somehow alive after this long drawn out battle. Alchemist trying to retreat back here. Spirit Walkers trying to retreat, as we see, well, a resurrection on these Taurens getting back into the battle here, but only one Tauren there. 39 supply compared to 63. Mountain King falls at level 4 though, as the Alchemist now trying to retreat back away. The Farseer ends up falling, and a level 6 Farseer falling there. Lin had plenty of opportunities, but Tho able to keep his army size advantage going in those trades. Yes, resurrecting Tauren is an efficient way of converting mana into, well, units. However, that level 5 Tauren falling still gives some experience, which I believe pushed Tho into level 6. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Let me know what you guys thought about this game in the comments below.